is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off-play action on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. Tackle. To the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Fires left. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Wants to throw it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
On those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On the run, fires downfield. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Connection to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
This defense really needed that opening drive, man. They've given them some yards. The offense has gained some momentum, but nice job in their own territory. Backed up, what do? They get after the quarterback and force the predictable passing third and long situation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a man in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Wants to pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Moore will throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hughes. Nice pick up there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Fires to the big fella. Across the 25. He's got room. Touchdown, Oregon. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions, and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Owens. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. At the 35, he's open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Got him downfield. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that crow route.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And in that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the community.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown Ducks! Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Whittington. This guy is so dangerous. Excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
More to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. There he goes. He picks it up, still on his feet.
What a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce, right back to the offense.
Unloads quickly. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Caught over the middle. It's Whittington. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
And back to the air on second down. Finds his back in the middle. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions. You're obviously going to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
I this part of the field in the red zone offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Off the RPO, complete. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness. Now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Williams. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Moore will throw. Makes the catch. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility.
Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he's not going to take a knee. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Here's a heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Makes a grab over the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. They'll try to snap it quickly.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some...
It's a fumble. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, the coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense... They caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Works the middle of the field. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation.
taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Ducks will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee and we'll start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a gap. It's Moss. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass. It's Carr. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first, out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust.
Turning it on. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the snap, it's Stewart. Touchdown, Ducks! First points of the day are on the board. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Price. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Quick completion on the out route. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. At the 30. He's at the... and he'll haul it
is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the...
Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Got a man. It's Pauly. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Dropping back, it's Carr. Finds his big tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Looking for room. It's Locke. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move.
Touchdown by the Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. Quick step and go. He smashes his way through again. There he goes to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. You might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind. And
the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On the ground, it's Bob. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. The Irish, time to think about it. They'll open the quarter going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Moore to the air. Makes the catch. It's Whittington. Bulldozes his way through. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking for space. It's Hill. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On fourth down, going to the air. Hauls it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
They got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The sure hands, it's Love. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw for it. Complete on the shuffle. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Bring in the heat. Crosses the 45. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. They recovered their own fumble, but they'll still have to give up the football, a turnover on downs. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick it.
the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Ducks will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Not nearly as much as he... When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running a read option to the left. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are, now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And that's exactly what this defense wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to set up 3rd down so that they could let their pass rush take over. They feel they've got a shot to be really successful if they can force the opponent to live in 3rd and obvious passing situations. And that time, on the first 3rd down of the game, they take advantage and get the sack.
Got a man, it's Stewart. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Grab near the marker. It's Green. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Lowers those pads.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RPO game's been...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if if the quarterback got confused on first down, he might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Finds space on the right. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. Buying some time as he moves left. The throw. Finds his big tight end. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he's got it at the tag. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight.
You know, if you're calling quarterback sneak in that situation, you're expecting to get the first down, but up front, you've got to do a better job getting some push. No way he got that first.
It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. This crowd is losing its mind on 4th and goal. Try to barge their way in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Ducks buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Finds a tight end. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
The short hands. It's Hughes. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Gets it out quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field is Sayin. Steps away to find some room. He throws back to the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Finds the big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And finally the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Benson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the direct snap, it's Stewart. Under fire. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Fires to the wideout. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Running the option, it's Sayin. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find their rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Dances away. Throwing on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
And those
Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got some room, it was over. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Tate. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Quarterback now breaking the field. Finds a man on the right. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. Fires to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Starts to scramble to the left. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
If you want to know why this team is losing, look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They put together an 81-yard drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Second down, he'll throw it. grabbed over the middle. It's Hughes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Bringing it back. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benson. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hughes. Creates a little room. Turning it on! They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Catch in the middle, it's Hughes. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run it to the right side. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Moore to the air. Using his feet to buy time. Pulls it in. It's Stewart. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
You're seeing a lot of confidence out of this quarterback now. 3 for 3 on this 2-minute drive. He understands that he needs to step up if his team's going to win this game. And he's playing his best football right now.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Power football with the run. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely center cut. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. That'll elevate some sideline blood pressures. You just took the lead, and now you're giving away field position by kicking it out of bounds. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Pressure coming. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. As we watch this game, guys, I got the feeling that's what a top 5 clash is supposed to look like, and it might not be the last time we see these two square off.
No, and these are the fun ones to watch, man. Two great teams, both of them fighting to be #1 type seeds in the college football playoff. Great squads. Somebody had to lose, but more importantly, that's a big feather in your cap. That's a top 5 win. That's a resume-building win for this squad, Jesse, that they'll take with the committee, and they'll take momentum down the stretch of the season.
This team has to celebrate this victory for now. But we might get a chance to see this matchup again. These two teams, to me, are good. They're going to have an opportunity, I think, to reach...